The new Fable game is making a lot of people uncertain of how they're supposed to feel about the game. There are some people that are seeing the trailers and the overviews saying, I am sold on this game. I can't wait for it. And then there's everyone else looking at it saying, oh, more slop from Microslop. Nobody's really surprised at this point. Learning the Law says, the new modern Fable is confirmed to avoid sexy characters, and the devs from England made it clear the game will focus in diverse ethnicities. There you go. Very, very diverse ethnicities. Actually, the black NPC character is not the worst thing about the game. The androgynous, flat, half masculine, half feminine character is still the main face of Fable. And everyone knows that, quote, her body sliders will be Veilguard 2.0, meaning 0. Why the developers hate women. There you go. Even though it is confirmed to be create your own character, this is still the front-facing girl, quote unquote, of the game. And it is very questionable about the direction the devs are taking this game if this rumor is to be believed. Pirate Nation on X. Steam moderators for the Fable game page are actively deleting or removing discussion threads complaining about, quote, ugly female NPCs and characters. Mods are deleting threads complaining about unattractive female NPCs. I posted a thread where I asked if they could make some of the women in the game more attractive, as they seem mediocre or ugly with flat chests, when in Fable 1 and 2, there were busty attractive women you could marry. I also suggested they have male and female in the character builder instead of body type A and B. None of what I said is against terms of service. It's been deleted. So this game is confirmed to have body type A and B instead of male, female. I know you're all shocked coming out of a Microsoft studio, but still, aren't we past all this? I couldn't help it myself. I asked ChatGPT to make her beautiful. Maybe this is all studios need to start doing if they want sales and avoid layoffs. Original ChatGPT. Original ChatGPT. Need I say more? And it's not just her, by the way. Ray Harvey from the same game. Original, flat-chested, ugly-ass face, ChatGPT. Busty, beautiful. Again, in a fantasy world RPG, is it too much to ask? Severus Chud. Western game designers. Japanese designers. Which one would you rather play? This is Pirate Nation. Fable has 1,000 handcrafted NPCs, and you can apparently marry every single one. Learning the Law. The Fable developers forgot to add manly animations to their male characters, probably because no one on their team identifies as such. And this is the result. It has not been confirmed, but I watched this video earlier, and you tell me, does this look like how a man walks or a woman walks?
Population. There are more than 1,000 of them, and every single one is unique. Each of them has a name, a role, a daily routine, and their own personality. You could follow any one of them for a day and just watch the living population.
You got to be kidding me. This dainty ass walk. This is supposed to be a dude. This is one of two things. One, the devs are retarded and they forgot to switch the walking style to a male. Or two, and even more concerning, they did this purposefully, trying to indoctrinate the next generation of gamers to think this is how men are supposed to walk. Like, bro, I don't know if I got to tell you this, but this guy's got a date at the Blue Oyster later tonight, and he's walking his way there for a different Fable game, but still interesting enough to be on topic for this. Pirate Nation on X. Microsoft rejected Fable devs' idea to put a black woman on Fable 3's cover. You can't have a black person on the cover, in quotes, and you can't have a woman. According to McCormick, Microsoft said, quote, no, it's a white guy. That's just the way it is. We know what sells, and that's fucking it. Stop the arguing. I was like, fuck you. That was a huge fight. I got to ask about the conversation going on behind the scenes. This is what happens when you indoctrinate your workforce and bring in a bunch of DEI hires, you start getting arguments about the color of the skin on the person going on the cover of the game. And then it becomes oh no, we need more diversity. They need to check this box. They need to be a woman. They need to be a black person. They need to have these kind of nose rings or colored hair. Why? Why do they need those things? Who are you appeasing? Who is your target audience for this game? Why does it need to be that? I think we already know the answer to that. This is GameSpot. Microsoft rejected Fable devs' idea to put black woman on the Fable 3 cover. I was screaming at them in conference calls. I bet you were. So behind the scenes, working on this Fable game has been a complete catastrophe in the series over the years. This was the gameplay overview. There's some parts of this that are just eye-rolling cringe.
Fable is Playground's first open-world action RPG, and we couldn't be more proud to be carrying on the work of the legendary Lionhead Studios, the original creators of the franchise. And although our game is a new beginning, I think what we're making is really faithful to the spirit of the classic Lionhead trilogy that we all love. At the heart of our game is a simple, recurring question. What does it mean to you to be a hero? Our game is about choices and their consequences. It's packed with action, drama, British humor, moral dilemmas, and quite a few chickens. All of this combined.
Wait, British humor? Like super woke humor? Or like actual British humor?
In a fairy tale which could only be Fable.
In classic Fable fashion,
I can tell you guys, just based off of the character designs, I have zero interest in this game. Maybe I'll miss out on a real banger, but I've seen this play out too many times before. I've fallen for it too many times before in the past. I'm done with even giving chances to developers that go down this path of body type A, body type B, breast sliders that don't go past my own tits, and I'm a dude. Like, what are we doing?
Begin the game as a child, growing up in the sleepy rural village of Briar Hill. It's here that in a moment of extreme danger, your heroic powers first emerge, and we discover that you are Albion's first hero in a generation. But not long afterwards, disaster strikes, and the people of your village, including your beloved grandma, are turned to stone by a mysterious stranger. Suddenly alone in the world, you'll set off on an adventure which will change Albion forever.
Venturing out into the world is a huge moment because this is Albion like you've never seen it before. Idyllic rolling hills, magical forests, bustling villages.
The scenery actually looks amazing. Like, credit where it's due. My concern has nothing to do with the scenery, though. It's the characters.
Sleepy hamlets, oversized vegetable patches, and stunning vistas. And because our Albion is truly open world, for the first time, you'll be able to explore this rich and detailed world seamlessly, with the freedom to go where you want from early in the game.
We can't wait to welcome you back to Albion's iconic capital city, Bowerstone. Home to Fairfax Castle, the old clock tower, and the legendary Heroes Guild.
It's a huge city, full of contrasts. Rich and poor, nobles and commoners, royalty and criminals. You'll spend plenty of time here during the game as you discover the secrets of the Heroes Guild and its reclusive guildmaster, Humphrey the Golden.
How could they put this in there with a straight face? How? After all the backlash and the community feedback, do you guys remember it was a little known property called the Sonic the Hedgehog movie? Some of you might have heard of it in the past. Do you remember the backlash from the community about the initial look of Sonic? And the studio went back to the drawing board. They're like, we're sorry. We're listening to the community and we're going to fix this and make it better. What the fuck is this? What are they thinking? What is this?
In the north of Albion, you'll find mountains, craggy coastlines, spooky marshes.
Is that true? King Alucard? The female protagonist is based on a trans woman? So you mean a mentally ill dude?
And the bleak, windswept city of Bloodstone. Here, you'll meet the leaders of
Do you have evidence of that? Can you send it to me? Because I hadn't heard that. Makes a lot of sense.
two rival gangs vying for power and uncover the secrets of the sinister but extremely well-organized Cult of Shadows. Our Albion is beautiful, handcrafted, and richly detailed.
In Albion, heroes are special, different. They're stronger than regular people. They're more skillful, more charismatic. More importantly, they're those rare humans who can harness and use magic in the world around them. They have the power to do what they want.
And so do you. In our game, we want you to play as the hero you want to be. And that starts with being able to choose how your hero character looks.
So, in Fable, you'll be able to pick from a range of different character heads and customize your clothing, hair, skin tone, tattoos.
Like, I swear they're trying to go for the LGBTQ audience. Just everything about this screams that. They know that too.
Tattoos and scars. So the hero you play
That's actually not. That one's normal.
represents you.
But as well as your appearance, you can be the hero you
Up. Nose ring detected. I know you're all shocked. Cult mafia member found.
want to be through the way you play, through the skills and abilities you learn, and through the weapons you use.
Just like the classic trilogy, heroes in our game fight with a combination of strength, skill, and will. Seamlessly blending melee and ranged weapons with magical abilities gives us style-weaving combat,
It's true though.
allowing
It's so
you
true.
to show off your personal playstyle against single opponents and large groups of enemies alike. Melee is at the heart of our close quarters combat. You'll use light and heavy combos, often knocking enemies off balance and executing stylish finishers. Swap to your ranged weapon to bypass enemy guard.
Like there are parts of this game that don't look terrible. Like fully transparent. Like it looks fun in certain portions of it. Like to give credit where it's due. It's just really hard to get over the character designs. Like the ideology being shoved in every orifice that they could fit it while trying to make a good game surrounding that.
And deal with troublesome flying enemies. And of course, you'll be able to unleash your powerful spells to both manipulate and devastate your opponents.
We're excited to be bringing back some fan favorite adversaries for you to fight. Hobbs are back, as are Balrings, colorful, and trolls.
And we're adding brand new enemies too,
That is
like this fearsome
a
cockatrice,
really big
a giant
shock.
fire-breathing chicken. Each enemy family is different, with their own weaknesses to exploit and defenses to overcome. But with all the unique tools in your combat toolbox, how you defeat your enemies is up to you.
But there's more to being a hero in Albion than fighting, so much more. When we talk to people about their favorite memories of the original games, so many of their stories are about the stuff you can do when you
More nose rings. Is it mandatory for every girl at the studio to either color their hair or get nose rings or both every time?
weren't just being a hero. The normal, everyday stuff which happened when you interacted with the people of Albion.
For me, what I remember most vividly are the inhabitants of Albion and the things you can do with them or to them.
The crazy thing about the classic Fable games was that in the middle of a sprawling RPG was almost a complete other game where you could just mess around with the villages and townsfolk.
And we've built that same experience in the middle of our game too. Buying a house, getting a
I think it also speaks volumes for the approach to informing people about this game is by showcasing the people working at the studio and putting them front facing while talking about the game. Almost like a not so subtle way of saying, hey, We're part of the cult. We're trying to reach out to those types of people. We're looking for that fabled modern audience to play Fable. Because the other way they could have approached this could have just had a voiceover talking about things without needing to show the people in their earrings and nose rings and tattoos all over them and questionable audio of what they're saying.
Making some money.
Romancing a villager, getting married, having kids.
Fancy a date?
Romancing a villager, getting married, having kids.
So other things that I've seen other people point out as well, fancies you because your reputation, generous. They think you are caring. Is it lazy game design to say they, or is it purposefully giving them the they pronoun? And, you know, historically, I would never even, throughout the years, never even question this. But now we're in 2026. That's the first red flag that I see. It's the first thing I think of when I see the word they. I'm like, well, red flag. What's the word they there and why is it there? That's got to be something they're very aware of.
Fancy a date?
Perfect. You can get to know me better.
Buying another house. Buying every house in Albion. Buying every business in Albion. Getting rich.
Marrying a bunch more people. Having a bunch more kids. Probably getting divorced along the way for good measure.
And this game within a game is unique to Fable. It's systemic, interconnected, and you see the ripple effects of the things you do everywhere you go.
And all of this revolves around the people who live in Albion, who we call the living population. There are more than 1,000 of them, and every single one is unique. Each of them has a name, a role, a daily routine, and their own personality. You could follow any one of them for a day and just watch them live their life.
They'll get up, go to work, spend some leisure time on hobbies, then go home to bed.
But what's even cooler is that you can talk to every single one of them in fully voiced conversations and interact with them in loads of different ways. Maybe the job they go to is working for you because you hired them to work in one of your businesses.
Hey, you. Working hard? How can I help you, boss?
Maybe the bed they
Okay, so that's a really bad interaction already. Hey there, working hard? How can I help you, boss? So they don't even answer what they say. They are talking past each other. Why would you highlight that?
sleep in is in a house you own because you're the landlord.
Or maybe their bed is on the street because you evicted them.
All right.
Oh, it's you. You're awful.
And all of the stuff
Dislikes you because you evicted them. They think you are heartless. I don't think they're doing the pronoun thing on purpose here. I just think that's lazy. Like they don't want to call out what a male and a female is in the game. So they're just like, yeah, we'll just do the generic line here to put it for everyone.
stuff you do affects what they think of you.
You're a legend.
Because everything you do builds your reputation.
Very impressive.
That
Now that's an hero right there.
Morality
that
is
might be the comment of the entire video here even more. This game is giving off Tales of the Shire vibes with a large budget. Yep, 100%. Couldn't have said it better myself.
always been super important to Fable. That tension between good and evil underpinned all of the original games. And morality is central to our game too. But we have a slightly different take on it.
For us, morality isn't black and white. There are lots of grey areas. And importantly, morality is subjective. No two people see things exactly the same way. And that's how it works in our game too.
Everything you do earns you a reputation.
Again, I think the game had potential, but it's clearly pushing an ideology with it. It's impossible to ignore that. And that's unfortunate because I think there would have been something special here, but as it is right now, it's something that is being buried by an ideology with it that I can't ignore. And shout out to King Alucard for sharing this with me. This is Heels versus Babyface. Fable's new female protagonist is a biological male. Let's hear what Az has to say here.
We saw this character model, I thought something's wrong here. It doesn't make a lick of sense. And then I put it down to possibly one of two things. The first one being just really bad design. They were just terrible at character model design. And this is what they came up with. And I thought, nah, I don't believe in that level of incompetence. So I thought it has to be the second one, which was purposely create a female protagonist that is as ugly as sin because male gaze. We can't have them having anything attractive to look at. No, we're going to make the female character hug ugly, and so they have to play with her because we are living in the most pathetic timeline possible where companies are going out of their way to make sure that the customers don't get what they want. However, it would prove to be much, much worse than any of those ideas. So this started circulating around social media and other platforms. More women involved in creating video games. Women feel threatened by depictions of attractive women. We get this. And it
Oh no. Oh no.
shows the ugly-faced female protagonist of the upcoming Fable game. But if we look below, Chris Morris.
It's a dude. The person that designed this character is a mentally ill dude. Level designer at Playground Games, non-binary, trans, femme, they, them. Rainbow flag, trans flag, secretly a deer. You know, I was going to say when the brushback came from this character that Playground Games had plenty of time to go back to the drawing board and fix what she looked like. They didn't do that on purpose because the person that developed the character did it on purpose. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Yeah, a little bit of a self-insert, much? Wow.
Level designer at Playground Games for Fable. Non-binary, trans femme, they, them, pride flag, trans flag, secretly a deer. Oh God, I'm getting Twitch fucking flashbacks now. There is nothing I love more. Taking my headphones off, fuck that. Bethesda, there is nothing I love more than to fire up a brand new RPG, lose myself.
Sorry, did you want to get immersed in our world? Yeah, well, guess what?
Fucking pronouns! I love nothing more than
Okay, sorry, I had to.
Are my own. So, I decided to check out the Twitter account to see if this was legit, and oh, their Twitter account is suspended. So I decided to do some.
First off, that's sus. It's not like removed or deleted. Suspended, which means that they were doing some sus shit on there too. Holy.
Further investigation, and that took me to LinkedIn. So I come across this list of new employees that have joined Playground Games, I think in 2020, and the second one on the list.
Yeah.
Chris Morris. Not only does it provide the names of the new employees, but it also provided pictures of the new employees, and it wasn't very difficult to spot which one Chris Morris was, because right there we have.
Yep, that's a dude. That is a dude. Yep. I think we found the problem with Fable.
A clear male, stubble on the face, looking exactly like the female protagonist.
Holy shit. That's insane. Holy shit. Holy shit. Even has the same ears.
From the trailers, self-insert. So you see, it looks like the best female protagonist, according to Playground Games, is a biological male. Now, I want to stress very, very clearly, Do not contact them.
Yes.
Do not
Yes.
harass.
Do not. I agree. Do never harass or contact these people. This is always for informational purposes only.
Harass them. Do not do anything like that in any way, shape, or form.
Yes.
I am simply reporting the facts.
I'm so glad he said that too, because that's so important with all of this. My perspective when I talk about this kind of stuff is to assist people and inform them with purchase decisions. That is the extent of it. I don't ever want people to ever go beyond that, ever. That's never anyone's intent from what I've seen. But this is like mind-blowing. I didn't see this video as exposed it. Like, holy shit, that's wild. That's wild. And the fact that they didn't go back on the design of that dude-looking girl tells you that they want to push the ideology and the propaganda in the game over the game itself. They're putting the proverbial trans cart in front of the horses that you'd be riding in the game. And that's not a game that I have any interest in participating with. But hey, if you're excited about it, I'm happy for you. I just want to let people know everything that I know about it and that I've researched on it. And I can tell you this, there's a lot of games I'd rather play in front of it, but I'll leave that there.